All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Breakfast Show with Marisha LaShay. I am Marisha LaShay, and we have a guest with us today. DJ Perfect Sound is with us in the building. Go ahead and say hello to everybody and introduce yourself.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I think she pretty much said it. Hey, my name is DJ Perfect Sound. I think my name says it all. I'm a DJ, and I provide the perfect sound.
Man, listen, you get down on the ones and
Mm-mm.
twos, but before we jump right into it, I always love to check in with ourselves mentally. And this is rated on a scale from 1 to 10, one being the worst day of our life and 10 being the best day of our lives. This is something that I've always done when I kick off the show, just to kind of make sure and check everybody's temperature because there's just so much going on in the world that we just need to just kind of check in on how we're kicking off our mornings.
Okay,
So, if you would like to go first, that's fine. If you would like me to go first to check in, I'm totally fine with that.
go ahead. You can take off.
Okay. Checking in. On a scale of 1 to 10, I could say that I am a solid 8.7 today. The reason why I am a 8.7 is because first and foremost, I mean, it's been a week, but I was just kind of glad to just kind of get some rest and just to still take on Thanksgiving break. The holiday is coming. Still got a lot more work to handle, but I'm like, I'm kind of in a better headspace about taking on this work. It just, man, I'm excited that you're here. Thank you for definitely taking my invitation. The things
No
that happen
problem.
in the background, just being able to be flexible. So I'm definitely glad that we're just here and we making this happen. So yeah, I'm checking out. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm standing. All on
Okay.
you, DJ Perfect Sound.
Okay. Well, for the day, I will give myself probably about an 8.
Okay.
And then the reason why I would say 8, like you said, holidays coming up and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Um, don't get me wrong. I love Thanksgiving. There's nothing
Sure.
that I wouldn't do different.
Mm-hmm.
But however, Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Okay.
So with Christmas approaching, that just takes me to a whole new level. I just love
Gotcha.
it. I
Gotcha.
love it.
Yeah, Christmas is one of my favorite holidays as well.
Yes.
It just gets real festive. You know what I'm saying? So many gatherings, where you can
Yeah.
fellowship with those people, that you may not fellowship without throughout the year, but they know that,
Mm,
hey, I'm gonna meet up with you, bro, at the Christmas party. I'm gonna meet
mm,
up with you, at all the festivities that's centered around that particular holiday, you know. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you for sharing out. Thank you for checking in. So you guys, whatever social media platform that you are on, definitely feel free to drop those numbers of how you feeling. We're gonna go ahead and get this interview rolling because it is Saturday, and we want to be able to respect people's time and whatever else is going on Saturday. So, first question, DJ Perfect Sound, how did you get your journey started as a DJ?
Okay. How I got my journey started? Well, music has been in my life since forever. My mother
Hmm.
collected music, listened to music on a daily.
Hmm.
My father was also a DJ, and so music just it's just been around me. So coming up from yay high, music has been there. It's been there.
Hmm.
Um, I first my very first gig wasn't even my gig. It was my stepfather's gig. He was
Hmm.
DJing at a bowling alley, and he stepped away to go to the washroom, and he was like, "Hey, just go ahead and take over." And I'm like, "Take over? No, no, I'm cool." But so I did it, and I just jumped right in, and it was just a natural thing. It was just a natural thing, and that was back in I want to say 2000 and I want to say maybe 2003, 2004. Don't
Hmm.
quote me on the date. Um, but ever since then, it's just been I've been head over heels, and I just took off from there. I just took off from there.
I know, like, even when he's like, when your stepfather gave you your opportunity, you're like, oh no, I mean, but you still went on to do the thing, even though you like, oh no, oh no.
Right.
You were a little
Mm.
bit hesitant, but the fact that you still just gave it an opportunity, and when you had the opportunity, what did you feel like after you did that? You know,
I was actually applauding myself. I'm like, oh my God, you actually did it. You actually did it because I would
mhm,
always play music at home. Because
got you.
we always had equipment. My mom always had equipment at home, and I would always play music at home, play music for her friends and my older brothers and sisters, they friends, and it was just different. It was
Got it.
different.
I mean, because this was your time, right? This was about what you was doing. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And
and
getting
it
your
wasn't. It was. I don't even think so much. Well, I do say it was my time, but
mhm,
I think it just came natural. It came
mhm,
natural,
mhm,
and so from there, I want to say in um 2007, 2008.
mhm.
That's when I purchased my own official equipment.
Got it.
I started then, and then I just evolved, just evolved from there. And
Mm,
it's one event that sticks out to me,
okay.
and this was out back in I want to say 2009. It
Okay.
was my sister. It was her best friend's wedding,
Mm,
and they invited me, and they had another DJ there, and I'm okay. But everywhere I went, I've always taken my equipment with me.
yeah.
So I was there, and I just went over and started talking to the DJ, and the DJ wound up letting me get on for a few minutes, and the whole trajectory in the room just changed. And I said, I like this feeling.
Mhm,
I
mhm,
like this feeling.
mhm.
So from that point, I started mastering the craft. Just started mastering the craft.
You know what sticks out to me about the event when you talk about it is the opportunity that another DJ allowed you to have your moment again. Because most
Hmm.
DJ, what you doing? No, so many people are just like major gatekeepers and all about themselves. They would
Absolutely.
never, you know what I'm saying, let somebody else just come in and wait a minute, what you think you doing? Where's your equipment? So the fact that like that's just major love, and someone seeing something in you, your potential to rise. You know what I'm saying? Because did you all like know each other?
No, no, not.
That's enough said. That was
Yeah.
your that was another opportunity given, like, what's up? Man, come on, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? So like when you're able to just, open and be like just set that tone for another person, that's a major deal. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't do that. Everybody don't do
Absolutely.
that. So for him giving you the opportunity to, just change the trajectory in the room, that's amazing. So then that happens. You know, looking back where you are now and looking back for where you started, what do you think was the most challenging part about you starting your brand?
I think the most challenging part for me was the organization, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
organization of the music.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing too was being disciplined.
Mm,
I think those were my biggest two challenges.
gotcha.
Going from being just impulsive, just going out, doing parties, and oh,
Mm,
we got a certain dollar amount for you. Oh, come on, don't worry about it. Come on, just come on.
gotcha.
To discipline myself and say, hey, no, this is my worth. This is what my rate is per hour.
I heard that. I heard that.
So, you know, getting that discipline, branding myself in that way, networking myself for bigger and better opportunities.
Speaking of bigger opportunities, what do you think is one of the biggest opportunities that you've had since you have grown your brand from the beginning into now? What do you think is one of the biggest opportunities that you have had to like really shine or like to really showcase your brand?
Well, one of the biggest opportunities, well, the biggest opportunity is navigating from personal clientele to more bigger clientele, to corporate events.
Yes.
So that's the biggest accomplishment.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes. You better go from your personal clientele to corporate because corporate
mm,
clients have bigger crowds,
absolutely.
bigger events, especially
Hmm.
like DJs are needed, they're needed in different spaces. This is entertainment. Companies need entertainment. Companies need music. They like music at parties. This is not only just about, the fellowship, but the music is the ambiance in the room. It fills the room. It
Yeah,
shifts people perspective, so that's definitely
absolutely.
I don't take that lightly. Aside from that, what are some short-term goals that you have for your actual brand?
So some short-term goals is more promotion. I'm
Okay.
looking into actually starting my own personal website.
Sure.
In the next, I want to say year,
Okay.
in the upcoming year, I want to start my own personal website so I can brand and I can stream myself there.
Hmm.
Because the social media platforms, it's not work. It ain't. It's not working. And then because stuff like Facebook, Instagram, they cut your video and X, Y, and Z. And I get it for copyright purposes. So that's why I wanted a network where it's free and it's open.
Definitely, get your mixes together, and you up there doing your thing. So, like, that's definitely something. And then we could come to your website, and just kind of enjoy what you're up there doing, like the Wednesday night set or a Thursday night set, we up there vibing because you could listen to that on your way home. So, I think that's a definitely a major thing, you being able to have your space for you. Um, aside from that, where do you see yourself like in the next 5 years in regards to long term goals for your business?
Where I see myself in the next 5 years,
Hmm.
I'm thinking about another state. Uh, I don't want to limit myself to which one, but I see myself with a residential somewhere in another state.
That's lit. That's lit.
Mm.
With these different residencies, how does that work? Like I've been very curious about different residencies because I'm like I've seen like the celebrities have like these residencies like in certain states and certain places. So like how does this work?
So it just all boils down to the networking and the actual contractual work
Got you.
versus just like I said, just running in there. Hey, I want DJ on Wednesday nights. Okay, give me this dollar amount. But
Mhm.
it takes to sit down with the owner and the promoter to say, hey, where are you guys at? Like, what's your capacity? What type of crowd are you looking to bring? Because things like that helps me as a DJ.
Mm,
Because if we're doing a 30 or older set, they don't want to hear rap music all night,
that's good. That's
you
good.
know. Or if this is a Spanish club, they don't want to hear Cardi B and I'm not gonna name too many people, but they don't want to. They pretty much they just don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. So that's why you have to sit down and see what is the angle for the clubs, and then that'll tell you where you need to be.
Okay. I have another question because you brought up something very important. How do you get the intel that you need to create your different sets for parties? Because I'm like, I've always been curious. How does he know what to play? How do you guys know that? How do you get organized? What is that process like?
So it's two things. One is you have to have knowledge of the music and of that genre. Two is you have to, at least me, I'm not gonna say you have to because every DJ is different. But me, I open up the door and I ask my clientele, hey, what is it that you like? Give me a few songs of what you like or what you would like to hear.
Hmm. Hmm.
And based off of that, then I use my knowledge of music and of that genre and then that's how I line up certain songs, or you know what I'm saying. So I'll know how to download and be just be prepared.
Was this, even though music has always been, right here in front of you, with your, knowledge of music, like how do you keep your relevance on the different music that's being released from different artists? Like, how do you keep up?
So it pretty much the my clients help me to keep up sometimes, because
Mm,
certain things I just don't know.
mm,
Certain things I just don't know. Like I had a church event, and they asked for Snoop Dogg. I said, Snoop Dogg? I'm not playing Snoop Dogg at a church. But then they was like, huh, no, Snoop Dogg just released a gospel album. And I said, oh, I didn't know.
mm. Yeah, that is. So you like, I'm not doing, like, listen, I stand for something. I'm not
Right.
coming out like that now.
Nah, we're not gonna do that. No, no, no.
Wow. But that was probably eye opening for you because you're like, wait a minute.
No,
I respect the church. Wow.
exactly.
That's good. That's definitely one of those aha moments, in regards to, based on where you are DJing, you really like to be in the ambiance, but also aligned with still just, showing respect to the space that you are in and knowing that, what that looks like.
Yeah.
Another question that I wanted to ask you is, how do you know how to charge um by the out, like how do you get your pricing and everything together?
So I have my rate. My rate is set, you know, and then also I charge by three things that I look at when I charge. I
Mhm.
charge by the approximate amount of people,
Mhm.
the amount of hours, and the distance.
Makes
And
sense.
because all three of those help me in a different aspect. The
Mm,
amount of people, that helps me because I'll know how much equipment I have to load and unload.
that's good.
The
That's
amount of
good.
hours is just going to tell me the length I have to be out there. And then
Right.
a location that tells me where I got to go. And of course, if I'm going somewhere locally, that price is going to be different if I'm traveling.
Right.
And then, if we're talking traveling state to state, you just include your room and board.
That was gonna be my next thing because I was like, I know, based on the goal that you have, is to get in another state. So if you are, doing your residency, because I'm claiming that residency
Mhm.
for you,
For sure.
that if you are in another state, would you just, purchase equipment while you down or just bring what you have? You know what I'm saying? Based
Hmm.
on the need, or if you are in that particular, because with residency, that includes a set location, correct?
Right. Hmm.
Okay, got you. Okay, that makes
And
sense. I was just like,
in
okay,
most residencies, they have their own sound system.
true,
For the most part, they have their own sound system. So I wouldn't have to bring anything but my laptop and my controller.
perfect. And one thing that I admire about DJs is how you guys fuse that music together. Because some
Hmm.
DJs, I hear it like with me being in a band and music, the instruments and then being around a lot of producers and things, that when they transition from one song to the next, sometimes that can sound so messy or
Yeah.
so choppy. Like,
Hmm.
I'm just like, honey, that makes them go to like, how
It
do they?
did.
How does that happen? How does that happen? Like, how
So,
can you get it to sound seamless?
right. So when it sounds choppy and messy and pretty much what we call it is a train wreck.
Mm,
How do they get to that point? It's because the individual, they don't practice. And that's just point blank period. They don't practice. And
they
not
just
saying
get it
that
up
people
there.
that practice can't train wreck, because it's happened to people that practice. It happened to me several times. But you got to know how to recover from it. But when it's a point where there's every song you're train wrecking all your transitions, then that's a clear indication that you don't practice.
That's the one. Cause I'm like, when we're having these events, and I'm just like, mm-mm.
Yeah, they train wrecking it because
What
and
the
9 times out of
heck?
10, those are the DJs that are just looking for a quick dollar. Oh, I'll
Got
take the gig. I'll take it for $100, $150, $200, whatever their situation is. Those are those DJs.
got you. Got you. I got you. Nah, but you said a key word, and that's practice. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like actually, being able to devote yourself to the actual craft. But I think anything that you do, you have to practice. Like I've had to practice. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna say? How you gonna say it? How you gonna be able to get guests on? How you gonna, so it's just like anything you do, the overall message is that you practice and that you know what you're looking for and what you're looking to
hmm
present. Um, DJ, would you ever offer DJ classes to people?
I would. I would. And I've trained several DJs.
Okay, okay.
I don't know if they want me to name them, but
No, you
I've
don't
trained
have to.
several. I've trained several DJs, and I don't have a problem with training or
Hmm.
just teaching, and because we're always learning. We're
Got
always learning,
it. Hmm.
and I still learn. I still learn myself, and
Hmm.
I don't want to make it seem like I have all the answers because I promise I don't.
Nah,
And
but you're authentic about it, and you're coming from a genuine place. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Just knowing you for years and knowing, when you get over there, you get to doing your thing. Honey, I just wave and say hello and get on the dance. Hey, everybody, get on the dance floor. Like
right,
we know what's going on here. Like this is the vibe. If we gonna slow it down, if we gonna hype it up, because I'm a dancer, I love music. You know what I'm saying? I
exactly,
play music, but just being able to set that ambiance, even when you get these playlists together, I'm like, honey, sometimes because yesterday I asked who was DJing at the we had a little Thanksgiving thing at work, and I'm like, who is on music? Because this is the vibe right now. This is the vibe.
hmm
It's just knowing how to orchestrate the music. Like we went from being hype, giving family vibes. Like music could just they with the different genres, they just kind of give you the
hmm
vibe that you need. So I love
hmm
it. Good. I love good music. I love it. I love good DJs. That's why I was like, oh man, I always ask when I go to the party, who DJing? I don't want no whack DJ. I want to dance. I want to have a good time. People don't dance no more. People don't do that anymore. They
yeah,
just be over there in the
but
corners about some, you
yeah,
know.
but see, so that's a part of the craft. Everybody dance, and especially they outside, they dance. But the
Hmm.
thing is, it's about what stage you're at. What
Hmm.
stage you're at.
Hmm.
So, my thought pattern and what I look at, there's three stages. There's the stage when you first enter.
Hmm.
That's your cold stage, right? Everybody coming in from outside, and it could be summertime. Don't get me wrong, it could be summertime. But stage one, you cold. You coming in, you want to get a feel of the room. You know, women coming in. Women are very observative. They checking the scene. They checking X, Y, and Z. The guys, they coming in doing the same. You know, then it's the warm stage, right? Where hey, they start drinking a little bit, or if it's an event, they have food. They starting to eat a little bit. So now they're warming up, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then there's stage three. Hey, we're ready to party.
I
We're
mean,
we're ready to
yeah,
party.
look, ain't nobody else. Yeah, like that's it. That's
So you have to know how to, as me and a couple of my guys said, you got to know how to hit them and when to hit them.
okay. Mm,
So and I don't knock nobody's set. Whatever another DJ set is, that's his set.
nah, but
No, I'm not
you're pretty
knocking that.
concrete, DJ. You pretty
So
concrete about what you're saying.
right. So and that's why I say it goes back to your knowledge of the music and the culture, and just learn those three stages. You learn those three stages, right? So and you just hit them for where you at. You just hit them for where you at. I would not be playing the hottest tracks in that warm up stage or in that cold stage.
Give me
and
something
that's
familiar.
you give them something familiar, something to vibe to, something to loosen them up, you know.
Okay.
But there's some of us out here, and I'm saying some of us as a whole because we are whole DJs, we are whole.
Community.
When we get on, right, soon as a person walk in the door, we're playing all the hottest tracks. We playing all the hottest tracks because we thinking, oh, it's another DJ. He's coming behind us, well, behind me, and I want to make sure that I played it before him.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's how they roll, that's how they roll. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, you have to know the three stages. You know the three stages, and you know how to hit them and where to hit them. And then also, you got to read your crowd because your crowd gonna tell you what they like and what they don't like.
Okay, so it's a
But
lot of
if
sightseeing and just observation.
absolutely, it's
Hmm.
mainly about observation. Mainly about observation. You have to
Yeah,
observe the cold stage when they're coming in. You got to observe the warm stage, and then you got to know when to turn the heat up.
that's good. Cause I'm like, I mean, but music is, I don't care who out of the dance floor. I'm going. I'm going for it. You know,
Absolutely.
I'm going for it. My one member, what he tell me, I can't believe you be out there on the dance floor. Don't be the only one on the dance. Man, let me tell you something.
If
I'm
that's
in
what it
my
takes,
own
that's what it
world.
takes. If that's
Uh,
what it takes, that's what it takes.
yeah, like I just be in my own world, and then when people know me, see me on the dance floor, here they come. Cause people shy and stuff. Like people only dance at home. Listen, that's your business. I'm a dance.
Right,
I don't
right,
care where I'm at. I'm a dance. I'm going to dance. This music is hitting. I'm going for it. Because to me and my family, like dancing has always been therapeutic, but just music in general, you know, music is our thing. Music is our life. I mean, if I couldn't listen to the music, I don't know what I'll do. It's weird without. It's weird. So just being able to go. I've come across so many different DJs with so many different styles. Especially with being in a sorority. We got out. I'm like, hold on. One of my sorority sisters even became a DJ because her husband was a DJ. And
hmm
she out here DJing that. I'm like, yes.
Hey,
But it's just being able, like you said, if I did, take DJing up as a hobby, do my little 1, 2, boom. But I think the thing that normally just gets me is when people, as you call it, the train wreck. I'm like, I just always look back at them like, you couldn't get that together.
right.
I was
How
like,
did
did
you?
you know that? You know what I mean? Like, did you know that you was getting ready to go to another song? Did you know that you have to transition when you're doing DJ? Like, did you know?
Right,
I don't know. I just always get weary, like about did they know? Did they get the proper training? Did they work on their songs to get their lineup together? So I don't know. I just always just have a lot of questions. Is it in regards to just the entertainment world and knowing how you're coming, just to be able to present yourself in the best way. Last question: If what advice would you give to someone who was just starting out? What advice would you give to them?
the advice I would give is practice and patience.
Mm.
Practice and patience, and never stop having one or the other, or even both. Practice and patience is the key.
2 words for y'all: practice and
Practice
patience.
and patience.
And you said never stop having them.
Never, never stop, never stop. Because there's going to be days and events you feel like, oh, why am I doing this? You go
Mm,
DJ in the room with 20 people, you know, but tomorrow or the next week, you may go DJ in the room with 400 people, 500 people, 1,000 people.
wow,
It just worked like that. And you just have to have that patience.
that's good. That's definitely good. Very. Let me edit. There we go. Yeah, I could definitely agree to that because I remember when I started my show, it wasn't in a recording studio. It was on Facebook Live, like literally Facebook Live. And like you said, like What if I would have gave up if wasn't nobody watching? It was maybe about a couple people. Some days people would tune in. Some people wouldn't even tune in. You know what I'm saying? So coming from a
Absolutely.
place, I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna post. I'm still gonna get the word out here. I'm still gonna do it. That's the mindset that you have to have when you are building your brand and your business. I feel as though that sometimes it's a faith walk. I want to see if you're gonna keep going before I give you this break. I want to see if you still gonna keep trusting and believing that you are who you are or who you're going to be.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
what I think about. That's what I definitely think about. Well, DJ Perfect Sound, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming to sit with me and chop it up with me on a Saturday about something you love to do. That's gonna be the close of the show. You share with the people. Is there anything else that you want to share with them before we close out? You could definitely do that. Your social media tag.
Okay. So my main streamline is on Facebook,
Okay.
Carvel DJ Perfect Sound Alexander.
Okay.
Um, my Instagram is DJ underscore PS. Um,
Okay.
Snapchat DJ PS, or you could just look up Perfect Sound, either one.
Got you. Okay. So here is the Facebook. All right. That's the Facebook. IG. You said it was what?
DJ underscores PS.
PS.
Yes, for Perfect
Okay.
Sound.
IG. And then you said, are you on TikTok or
TikTok, we can do TikTok. Yep.
what was the previous one that you said before though? Because I did hear Facebook. I did hear
Instagram.
IG,
What was the other one? Uh,
Twitter.
no, it's not Twitter. I'm not on Twitter.
Okay.
I'm not on Twitter. But
Um,
we can stick with those. We can stick with those too.
okay.
We'll stick with those. So I got a lot going on. I got a meeting this morning.
Okay. Well,
But
I'm not gonna hold you. Thank you. I got your tags and everything like that. We're gonna get ready to end out, and that's it.
okay. Thank you.